Hey everyone, it's Tammy. I'd love to have a chance to be able to talk without my glasses on, but I decided to come outside because it's gorgeous today. It's in the low 70s and the sunshine feels remarkable. So please excuse the sunglasses. But anyway, it's been on my mind all day to talk about this just because of the different conversations that I've recently been having, as well as what I've been writing about on my blog over on WordPress called The Plant Whisperer, and the link is in the description box below. But what I'm getting at is along the lines of neuroimmunity and our sense of feeling powerless to our health, to the things that are in this world that are causing ill health. Recently I did a blog post and an Instagram post regarding phytoestrogens, and it's not the phytoestrogens that are the problem. It's the body's inability to actually break them down properly so that they benefit us. So, and this is impossible to detect in anyone. It's really a matter of, unfortunately, following the breadcrumbs as things begin to occur. You can begin to detect whether or not there is a degree of issues around estrogen in the body, sensitivity to estrogen, or not enough estrogen. I mean, once, like I say, as time goes by with age, from the time that we're a wee one on up, we can begin to determine whether or not we are not being able to utilize phytoestrogens very well. And doing so, I was actually asked about xenoestrogens, and well, xenoestrogens are both man-made as well as found in nature. Basically, xenoestrogens are just a different chemical structure. But my response to the individual that asked me that was that every chemical affects our system. Everything activates or deactivates our own chemistry. The very toxins or the very chemicals that we produce will actually either stimulate cellular reception or it'll block it, depending on what the body is in need of. Now, if we're talking about external chemicals, whether it be from food, oils, herbs, medications, things that we breathe, things that we put on our skin, all of these are affecting us on a genetic level. So, and her question was around the area of xenoestrogens affecting mental health. I just want to go on record and say that everything can contribute to mental health depending on the individual genome. And so really what I'm here to say is that we're not powerless to this. We don't have to be powerless to this. I get it. I totally get it. That there's stuff happening. There's stuff around us. Our technology is advancing faster than we can keep up with, and our bodies are struggling. But that said, it is possible to actually rewrite and support the body in the way it is actually responding to these chemicals. Now, you don't have to know exactly everything that you're being exposed to. This is where it starts to get overwhelming. And nobody even has to do any of this work. This is just, this is another option that's available. My desire is to restore power, is to see people actually feel powerful in their health. And also begin to teach people how to do this work. Again, I'm really encouraging the consideration of my course. I really would love to see you sign up, because it not only tells you, it not only gives you insight into what's going on, it also provides you with the tools that you need to not only empower your health, but as well as the children around you. Whether you have children or you have grandchildren or you're teaching, this is really incredibly important. I don't want to see anyone grow up unprepared for what their health is, what their future health is holding. All too often now, I'm seeing younger and younger and younger people that are dealing with some degree of immune issues. Any kind of health issue is an immune issue, quite frankly. But I'm seeing young people facing arthritis, serious arthritis cases where they can barely go into their college classes. I know people that younger than that, and we all know children who are dealing with cancers. and diabetes. I mean, these are prominent, and health issues, poor health knows no age limit. It's not, it's not limited to those of us who are getting older. It can happen to anyone. And so if you have children or no children that are of a healthy state, then I encourage you to actually consider this course, because not only are you helping yourself, you are actually helping them have a brighter, healthier future. It was interesting, I saw a post on Instagram this very morning talking about how we are teaching our daughters and preparing our daughters for their educational futures, getting them ready for college. And we do this with all of our young children. We are prepping them for the financial success as adults. But what happens when their health falls out? So this is part of the success that I bring to the table, that I would like to help you, help your children prepare for their future, actually prevent a lot of the decline in health that we're seeing. The decline in health is all related to the misuse of nutrients. And depending on the individual genome, and this is very unpredictable. I mean, I don't mean to be, I know that all of us want an answer. We do want answers. And the fact of the matter is that the individual genome varies. Our immune systems, there's no two immune systems that are the same. And the more I get into this and the more I do this work, the more I am dissecting the immune system and recognizing that neuroimmunity is really where this is at, and really helping people to regulate their neuroimmunity so that the body can actually do what it's designed to do. I was working with psoriasis at one point, and I still am actually, and we did phenomenal. She was full body. She had she's 60 years old. She'd been living with psoriasis since she was in her mid-teens, and full body. We've got it completely cleared up with the exception of a small amount in her ear. Well, just oddly enough, after about 6 to 8 months of dealing with this, I work with her long distance. She tells me she has vitiligo. Well, the immune system, the immunoglobulins rather, that are involved with both vitiligo and psoriasis are identical. And so what I'm recognizing is really how to facilitate a shift in her, so that we can better affect her health. Now, I know I'm going to probably be asked questions about psoriasis, and to be perfectly honest with you, I can't answer that question, and here's why. Her case is actually fairly easy, because the immunoglobulins involved are the same. I have another client who has rheumatoid arthritis. She deals with chronic sinusitis, and she's got some other health issues. Well, the interesting thing is a portion of her immune system is hypersensitive. Another portion of her immune system is deficient. We have two immune systems. We have the innate, which is what we are, which protects us from our, the immediate bacteria and viruses and threats, and then we have the adaptive, which is what produces the antibodies and protects us even further. These two systems do work together, but if you've got a fluctuation within those two systems, you really have to know how to regulate it. And this is really where I'm coming from and wanting to teach you, and so that you can actually begin, like I say, to teach your children. This is so important. And again, it has everything to do with feeling powerful. It's about empowering the body, empowering the mind, and no longer feeling powerless to the circumstances in this world that are affecting our health and compromising our health. I see the same thing even with regards to addiction. Addiction is, as we know, heavily regulated by the neurochemistry, and addiction behaviors and addiction substance choices. These are all affecting our neurochemistry, but the interesting thing, like I said, is that the neurochemistry interacts directly with our immune system, and this is why neuroimmunity in the treatment setting, in recovery, in rehab, and post-care is absolutely necessary. It's necessary for all of us, because the second you actually gravitate towards and begin to allow yourself to take control and actually claim your health as your own, and teaching your children how to do the same, you have now restored what you need. You've actually restored a degree of balance so that you can begin to restore the internal balance. Like I say, and I'm not going to lie, that my go-to in this is going to be the oils. It's not, it's a combination of the food and the oils. It's not herbs, it's not medications. Yes, those all have a role. It's learning how to work with all of that. But if you actually can specifically incorporate intentional nutrition with very specific essential oils, you will be empowering your body and empowering your mind to begin to make different choices. And getting rid of some of these things that we're already doing so that we can restore health, restore balance, restore their neuroimmunity. Now, this is not a permanent fix, because keep in mind, your body is consistently adapting to the environment. It's consistently adapting to your very own thoughts. So, and I go into this again in my course. So learning how to navigate the world, pardon the noise, learning how to navigate the world so that, and consistently sticking with and changing your selections. And you learn how to do this, and you learn how to no longer limit your life, and beginning to open up the types of oils that you use. But the most important thing I want to say here also is that we have an awful lot of oils available to us. And I was telling someone earlier today that that's actually to our detriment, because a lot of these oils affect dopamine. A lot of these oils, I'm going to say it this way, some oils affect dopamine levels, some oils affect serotonin levels, other oils affect estrogen, and others even affect histamine. But the problem is when you start to juggle chemistry with the essential oils, you're doing everything just like they do. That's practicing medicine, is really what you're doing. And you're not doing your body any favors. Maybe immediately it might bring some relief, but you're going to have to learn how to navigate beyond that. So a lot of these oils that we have are endangering us because we're using too much, and we're really consistently throwing our neurochemistry out of balance. So I encourage you to actually consider the course. That link is also in the description box below. And again, if you don't want to do it for yourself, I'm going to ask you to consider doing it for the children in your life, whether they be your own children, your grandchildren, children you teach. You know who I'm talking about. Because our kids deserve a fighting chance. And the way the technology is advancing, it's not going to happen. The decline of health is happening faster and faster and faster because our genes are being turned off due to the environmental toxins, and it's creating inner toxins, and it's just getting progressively worse. So let me know how I can help you. Please sign up for the course. You sign up for the course, you actually get a free consult and assessment so that you actually understand the degree of this work. And this isn't for everyone. I'm not saying this is for everyone, but this is another option that I'm offering that is available to us, and you're worth it. I mean, just say that.